just wanted to review this listing that I created. I tried to list every so-called country, every listing in Scott that contains stamps used in the Greek area. And I added Cyprus. Even though it's not a part of Greece, it's often included in the Greek collecting area because it's primarily populated by Greek speakers, 77%. As you know, the island is now divided into two parts, Greek Cyprus and Turkish Cyprus. About 18% of the population are Turkish speakers, and they have their own little area, the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, a country recognized only by Turkey. No other country in the world recognizes that as a legitimate country. But in any case,
these places be considered colonies of Greece, or were they always areas that Greece thought was inherently part of Greece?
I wouldn't say that Greece ever had what you would call colonies. There are lots of areas that were disputed, areas where lots of Greek people lived that were originally not part of Greece, but later became part of Greece. And there are areas where a lot of Greeks live that are still not included in Greece, but are rather now part of Albania or Bulgaria or North Macedonia. I wanted to comment on this list. Even though it's a lot of countries, they kind of fall into a smaller number of categories. And the whole idea here is to give an overview of the area so we know each of the areas that I talk about will be sort of put into a context of the whole collecting area. In the first place, of course, there's Greece itself. The national issues starting in 1861 and up to the present. And the back of the book, the end numbers of Greece are a rather extensive listing, which is a whole separate subject. I'm going to take that up in a future presentation and talk about how those various occupation issues came to be. But the second group of countries here is European countries that had offices in the Ottoman Empire. That would be Austria, France, Germany, Great Britain, Italy, and Russia. All issued stamps for these offices, which included areas that are now part of Greece. Chiefly the city of Salonika, or Thessaloniki as it's now called. The other areas, that's like Castellorizo, Corfu, and Crete, and so forth, are listed separately in Scott because their stamp issuing history is complicated. It's more than just one set of occupation stamps. Crete, for example, had a whole series of stamp issues before it became part of Greece. So it's listed separately. Corfu was occupied in World War II, but it also had earlier issues from before it became part of Greece as we know it today. This is a work in progress, and if anybody else has ideas, Phil brought up one possible item for inclusion, namely Greek consular offices in Epirus, which are listed under Albania in the Scott catalog. I looked into that, and it's my opinion that that listing does not belong under Albania because the cities in Epirus that the Greek consular offices existed never were part of Albania. Epirus is a territory that part of which became Albania and part of which remained in Greece. And all the cities where the Greek consular offices were in the part that became part of Greece and was never in Albania. So that's just simply a mistake on the part of the Scott editors, in my opinion.